which are in the queue. Okay, so we have to see that their opcodes are there. The opcodes are there. The opcodes are there. So when the opcodes are fetched by the BIU, when the opcodes are fetched by the BIU, in that case the status of the S0, S1, S2 is 001. It is 001. Okay. Then comes memory read, memory write, and passive. The last one is passive. That is processor is not doing any function, or you can say it is inactive. It is inactive. Okay. So that is all about the pin S2, S0, S1, S2. Then we'll proceed further to understand the remaining pins. Now the remaining pin is HLDA. HLDA. इसका आगे का नंबर लिख देना. Okay, HLDA. So wait, before HLDA, we will do HOLD. HOLD, hold. This is the pin number. Pin number is 31. Pin number is 31. Hold. Pin number is 31. Okay. Now this pin is also important. Everyone has to pay attention. This is very important. Okay. Pin number 31. Hold. Okay. Now you know that you have here microprocessor 8086, and here you have the memory. Here you have the memory. Okay. So now if it happens that 8086 wants to take the data from the memory, okay, or if it wants to read the data from the memory or write the data into the memory, okay, so what is happening? 8086 is directly connected with the memory. 8086 is directly connected with your memory. Now it might happen that your other processor, okay, your other processor wants to access this memory. Now it can be in the different ways. This processor can access directly this memory, or it can access through 8086. Okay, so it can have a direct access, or it can have access of this memory via 8086. Okay, now whenever this processor wants to have a direct access with this memory, then it is taking permission from 8086. Okay, it is taking permission from 8086 that I want to have the access of this memory, the direct access of this memory. Okay, so instead of going from 8086, this will have direct access with this memory. It will have direct access with this memory. Okay, and this controller, or microprocessor or controller is called as a DMA controller. This is called as a DMA controller. Okay, so this is a DMA controller. What is a DMA now? See the full form of DMA. DMA stands for direct memory access controller. So instead of taking the access of the memory through 8086, it is taking direct access with the memory. That is why the controller name is direct memory access controller. अभी ये वो कैसे करता है? This DMA controller will send one signal. Which signal? This signal. Hold. So DMA, if DMA controller wants to have a direct access with this memory, it will first send the signal to 8086 that you please hold and let me take the access of this memory. Let me take the access with this memory. Okay, and in response to this hold, it gives HLDA. HLDA stands for hold acknowledgement. So for this signal, it has to give the acknowledgement, and the acknowledgement is given by HLDA. So I can say hold is the input signal to 8086, and HLDA is the output signal to this 8086. Okay, so direct memory access, इसका मतलब ये भी होता है कि the data bus, so whatever the data bus is there, so instead of using this data bus through 8086, now this DMA controller is directly using the data bus. Why this direct data bus is used? So that it can access this memory, because you know the memory data can be accessed through the data bus only. In that case, we do not require address, we do not require control signal. Okay, if you require the address of the data, we also have to have the access of the address. So access of the address along with the data bus can be done directly without interfering or with the consent of 8086. So if I want to take the consent of 8086, DMA controller wants to will be sending hold signal first, which becomes the input to 8086. In that case, 8086 will what it will do? It will release the buses. It will release the buses. It will release the buses so that DMA controller can use those buses to access memory directly. Okay. So when it receives hold, it has to acknowledge. So I can say this is a handshake signal. Whenever it receives hold, it has to acknowledge. And when the acknowledgement is given, after giving the acknowledgement, then the buses are released, so that DMA will have the direct access with this memory by using those buses. That is the meaning of hold. इसलिए hold है, और hold के बाद you have HLDA. Okay. So first write down for this hold pin number 31. Write down point number 2. Other processor wants ये भी बना देना. Write down point number 2 in hold. Other processor wants the control of 8086 system bus. Other processor wants the control of 8086 system bus. System bus bracket में लिखो data, address and control bus. Data, address and control bus. तो आपने क्या लिखा सेकंड पॉइंट में? Other processor wants the control of 8086 system bus, that is data, address and control bus. In such cases, full stop. In such cases, hold signal is sent by the other processor to 8086. In such cases, hold signal is sent by the other processor to 8086. To gain the control of the buses, to gain the control of the system bus, comma, so that other processor can have direct access of the memory. So that other processor can have direct access of the memory, this memory. Full stop. This other processor is called as DMA controller. Bracket में लिखो direct memory access controller. तो होल्ड और HLDA सिग्नल जो है ना, ये 8086 और DMA कंट्रोल के बीच में ही है. ओके, सो प्लीज कीप इन माइंड दिस. So this diagram is also applicable for HLDA. So write down the next point, the next pin, that is HLDA. HLDA. हाँ बोलो.
सर DMA कंट्रोलर का सर एग्जांपल्स दो ना एक दो.
ये DMA कंट्रोल का एग्जांपल नहीं होता है. DMA कंट्रोलर इज एन IC. अब वो IC का नाम मुझे अभी याद नहीं आ रहा है. which is that IC 8266 है या 8265 है. ओके, सो DMA कंट्रोलर इज एन IC which is used to have a direct access with the memory, so that this DMA controller can take the gain of this system bus. Okay, so directly DMA controller will access this memory by using the system bus. So it will not go via 8086. But it will have direct access with the memory by taking control of the system bus. That is the meaning. So DMA controller की IC होती है. That IC name is 826. I will let you know what is that DMA controller IC का नाम क्या होता है. Okay, so DMA controller is an IC. आप मार्केट में जाओगे कि आप बोलोगे कि मुझे DMA controller दो IC 8266 वाली, so you will get an IC. आपको जो लगानी है, and that will have this hold and held signal, HLDA. Okay, so hold is given to this and HLDA will be given to this. So as we are studying the pin configuration of 826, we have to understand hold is an input signal, input pin, and HLDA is an output pin. अब ये दोनों कहाँ पे लगते हैं? फॉर दैट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द पिन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ डीएमए कंट्रोलर। जो हमें नहीं करना है, हमको सिर्फ यही याद रखना है कि होल्ड इज इनपुट and HLD is in output, बस। Okay, and I will let you know the pin, the IC number for DMA controller.
Okay sir.
Okay, हाँ, एक मिनट मैं देख ही लेता हूँ। Yes, it is 8257 या फिर 8237। 8257,
Okay sir.
हाँ 8257 या फिर 8237।
सर एक्चुअली मैं ऐसा सोच रहा था कि वो सर जो बोर्ड्स होते हैं, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर बोर्ड सर, रास्पबेरी पाई एंड आर्डुइनो सर, उसमें ही यूज होता है डीएमए कंट्रोलर। बट देन आई थॉट कि उनके तो खुद का मेमोरी रहता है ना सर,
नहीं,
एंड दे
उनका खुद
डोंट
का
हैव द
रहता है।
डायरेक्ट
यस,
एक्सेस टू आवर
यस,
कंप्यूटर। सो
but whenever you are going through this DMA controller, it is the direct memory access controller, in which you will be, that controller can have a direct access with the memory. That is a main.
okay, thank you sir.
हाँ हाँ, yes, all of you write down the DMA controller IC। इसी में आप लिख सकते हो ब्लॉक डायग्राम में 8257 या फिर 8237। so these are the two। 8257 is more popular, 8257 is more popular। okay, then write down the next pin number, the pin number, that is HLDA, 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 HLDA। इसमें लिखो the first point, the pin number is 30, the pin number is 30, the pin number is 30। आपने क्या लिखा HLDA के लिए? होल्ड एक्नॉलेजमेंट। ओके, सो राइट डाउन दिस पिन इज रेस्पॉन्सिबल, दिस पिन, और ऐसे लिखो दिस पिन इज द रेस्पॉन्स, दिस पिन इज द रेस्पॉन्स टुवर्ड्स होल्ड सिग्नल सेंट बाय DMA controller। this pin is response towards hold signal sent by DMA controller। this signal is response towards hold signal sent by DMA controller। it is an handshake signal sent, you can just write down, it is an handshake signal, it is an handshake signal, it is an handshake signal given by 8086। it is an handshake signal given by 8086। okay, so we have seen this hold and HLDA, held। okay, hold acknowledgement and hold, so they will go together, as we have seen INTR and INTA, they both go together here। Similarly, we have hold and HLD। okay, write down the next pin, write down the next pin, write down the next pin, नंबर लिख देना आप खुद से। then this is QS1 and QS0, QS1 and QS0। आप साइमल्टेनियसली वो जो पिन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ब्लॉक डायग्राम को टिक मार्क करते रहो जो पिन हुए। ओके, सो QS1 and QS0, ब्रैकेट में लिखो दिस इज Q स्टेटस सिग्नल, QUE, Q स्टेटस सिग्नल, Q status signal, Q status signal, or Q status signals, because you have QS0 as well as QS1। okay, right on the first point in this, the pin number dedicated for these two Q status signals are 24 and 25, 24 and 25। right on the second point, these signals are used to indicate, these signals are used to indicate the status of instruction queue। these signals are used to indicate the status of instruction queue। the status of instruction queue. So please go back to the instruction queue of 6 byte. So 6 bytes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 instruction queue. Okay, so ये instruction queue का कुछ जो भी कुछ status है, that is reflected by QS0 and QS1. Okay, ये instruction का जो भी कुछ status है, that is reflected by QS0, QS1. So if I'm using 2 pins, how many combinations I can have? I can have 4 combinations. I can have 4 combinations. So please write down the combinations along with me. It is QS0, QS1. मनीष recording चालू केली ना?
हो सर.
हाँ ठीक. So QS0, QS1. Okay, with these 2 pins, I can have 4 combinations. So QS0, QS1, and here I will be writing down the status. Here I will be writing down the status. So it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So we'll see the combination for each combination, what is the status. So whenever the QS0, QS1 both are 1, it means no operation. No operation on the queue. No operation on the queue. Okay, so no operation. When both are 0, 0, there is no operation on the queue happening. In the BIU as well as in the EU. EU. कहीं पे भी इसका 0 0 का मतलब है कि इस पे कुछ भी ऑपरेशन नहीं हो रहा है. When it is 0, 1, when it is 0, 1, write down properly. It indicates that first byte of opcode, first byte of opcode from the queue. First byte of opcode from the queue. First byte of opcode from the queue. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? First byte of opcode is fetched from the queue. ये जो दिख रहा है ना first byte, ये दिख रहा है first byte. So वो byte has been executed in the EU. या फिर this first byte is this first byte is executed in the EU. Okay, so first byte of opcode from the queue. So from the queue I have taken first byte and given to the EU execution unit to execute that instruction. Okay, so that is the meaning when the status is 0, 1. When the status is 0, 1. That is first byte of opcode from queue is taken in the EU. That is the meaning. When the status is 1, 0, it means that empty the queue. Queue को खाली कर दो. So whenever you have this 1, 0, it means that queue is empty now, or whatever is there, that has to be empty, that has to be vacated. Okay, so when this status is shown, okay, it means there is no byte available in this queue. So all these 6 bytes will be vacant. That means there is no opcode. There is no opcode in this queue, instruction queue. Okay, so empty the queue. Empty the queue means vacant the queue, so that there will be no bytes available in this. So status is shown by 1, 0. The status is shown by 1, 0. And when it is 1, 1, it is subsequent byte from the queue. Subsequent byte from the queue. इसका मतलब होता है subsequent. पहले ले लिया, second ले लिया, third लिया, fourth लिया, fifth लिया, sixth लिया. Okay, so subsequent. So can I say under the 1, 1? That is, it is a normal operation. Subsequent byte from the queue. Subsequent byte from the queue. Okay, and when it is 0, 1, that is first byte of opcode from the queue. And 1, 1, that means under the normal operation, 1 के बाद 2, 2 के बाद 3, 3 के बाद 4. Okay, and along with that, even there is a prefetching. 1 जाएगा तो 7 आएगा, 2 जाएगा तो 8 आएगा, 3 जाएगा तो 9 आएगा, and so on. So prefetching भी हो रहा है from the code segment, because इसमें आपका instruction की होता है, इसमें आपका opcode होता है, और आपको पता है आपका instruction का opcode कहाँ पे होता है? Code segment में. तो code segment से जो opcode लेना होता है, that is called as a prefetching and keeping in the queue. and keeping in the queue. तो जैसे जैसे आपको पता था फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट, तो पहले 1 आया था तो वो 1 निकल जाएगा तो दूसरा आएगा ऊपर, ओके, एंड दिस विल कंटिन्यू. सो subsequent byte from the queue is nothing but your normal operation is happening. That is the meaning in this. Okay, so these are the 4 status when your QS0 and QS1 indicates the status. Is it clear? Shall we move further? So this is about the status 1. We'll go to the next point, the next pin. Dishika is there?
Yes, sir.
How are you now?
I'm fine now.
अभी ठीक है ना? दोनों आंखों से दिख रहा है ना?
हाँ दिख रहे हैं.
ठीक है ना? ठीक है. एंड नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो यू जस्ट गो थ्रू माय प्रीवियस रिकॉर्डिंग्स, और यहाँ पे भी कहीं कुछ डाउट आता है तो यू कैन आस्क मी, ओके?
Yes, sir.
बट सी दैट you should go through my previous recordings also. हाँ, okay. We'll go to the next pin. The next pin is lock bar. LOCK bar. Lock bar. Okay. Lock bar. So pin number 0.1, that is pin number. So pin number is 29. Pin number is 29. आपको पता है ऊपर बार है तो इसका मतलब this is active low. It is active low. Okay. Write down the second point here. 8086 has locked. Write down all of you. 8086 has locked its buses. 8086 has locked its buses, and other processors should not ask for its control. And other processors should not ask for its control over the buses. Okay. So again the same thing. If this is my 8086, if there is some processor and the processor wants to have the control over the system bus, so system bus, that is again data या फिर address या फिर control bus, that holds together is called as a system bus. And if your other processor wants to have the access of this, and 8086 doesn't want to give the access, that means it wants to lock its buses. ये बसेस को उसको लॉक लगाना है कि कोई भी ये एक्सेस नहीं करना चाहिए. कोई भी बोले तो अदर प्रोसेसर शुड नॉट बी एबल टू एक्सेस माय बसेस, सिस्टम बसेस. तो इसलिए वो 8086 उसको लॉक करके रखता है. तो कैसे लॉक करके रखता है? उसका जो पिन है, कौन सा पिन? LOCK बार वाला पिन, दैट इज पिन नंबर 29. उसको क्या करता है? इसको जीरो कर देता है. इसको जीरो करता है. तो जीरो करता है इसका मतलब इट इज एक्टिव लो. दैट मीन्स नो वन कैन ask for its control over the buses. No one should ask the control over the buses. No one should ask over the control over the buses. Okay. इसमें और एक important point है, point number 3. Point number 3, please write down. This is important. Point number 3. The lock prefix, ऐसा लिखो, the LOCK, lock, ऐसा करके prefix. The lock prefix on any instruction will lock the buses. The lock prefix on any instruction will lock the buses. For example, अगर मैं एक इंस्ट्रक्शन लिख रहा हूं add a, b, अगर मैं लिख रहा हूं add a, b, so I should prefix LOCK. So the instruction becomes lock add a, b. So this instruction, what it will do, it will put 0 on this particular pin, as well as it will lock the buses. So that is the third point. The lock prefix on any instruction will lock the bus. Okay. So instruction के prefix में अगर आप lock लिखते हो, so that is going to lock the buses, and in that case the other processors won't be able to gain the access of this bus. That is the meaning. Okay. That is the meaning. So this is the pin. The other pin, write down the next pin now. The other pin is RQ slash GT1 and RQ slash GT0, RQ slash GT1 and RQ slash GT0. Bracket में you write down, it is request grant signals या फिर request grant signals. So what is happening here? Again, similarly, if 8086 and there is other processor and other processor wants to have a control over the buses, it can give the permission. Okay, it can give the permission. So this particular permission, so request is received and the permission is granted. The request is received and the permission is granted. So you can just write down pin number is, please see the pin number
30 and 31.
Pin number 30, 31. Okay, pin number 30, 31. So whenever the request is received, so that is will be received by this. And tell me one more thing, this is RQ slash GT1 bar या RQ bar slash GT1? आपका पिन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन देखिए मुझे बताओ
सर। दोनों में बार।
हाँ, दोनों में बार है।
हाँ सर।
यस सर।
ओके, और व्हाट अबाउट RQ एंड GT0? दोनों में बार है।
हाँ सर।
हाँ सर, वहाँ पे भी।
हाँ, तो मेरे ख्याल से गलत है कुछ, बिकॉज देयर हैज टू बी अ बार ओनली एक, क्योंकि क्या होता है, इफ आई एम यूजिंग पिन नंबर 30, अगर रिक्वेस्ट आ रहा है एंड इफ इट इज RQ स्लैश GT1 बार, तो अगर रिक्वेस्ट आ रहा है तो इन दैट केस 30 पिन विल बी 1. अगर मुझे रिक्वेस्ट ग्रांट करना है देन योर पिन नंबर 30 विल बी 0. ओके, तो आई नीड टू करेक्ट दिस वन. ओके, मैं आपको बता दूं, दोनों भी बार नहीं रहेंगे, ईदर ऑफ दैट विल बी बार. ओके, सो RQ slash GT1 and RQ slash GT0. So we have two dedicated pins. Why two dedicated pins, 30 and 31? Because if there are two processors and which they want to have the access over the system bus, in that case 30 and 31 will be used. 30 and 31 will be used. Okay, so which in that case either of these will be given permission. Okay, but if the two processors are there, the two processors can be connected at 30 and 31. That is the meaning. Okay, now which is given as the highest priority amongst the two? So GT0 and RQ will be given as the highest priority. It will be given as the highest priority. Okay, and then the priority will be given to RQ slash GT1. So अगर मैं ये जो पिन नंबर 30 है, this pin number 30, here I have RQ slash GT1. So it means that this pin is multiplexed. मल्टीप्लेक्स क्यों? बिकॉज वहां पे RQ का भी काम हो रहा है और GT1 का भी काम हो रहा है. लेकिन डिफरेंट ये है कि अगर 0 है तो एक काम कर रहा है और अगर 1 है तो दूसरा काम कर रहा है. ओके, बट दे आर मल्टीप्लेक्स. ओके, नाउ that means that if RQ and GT1 bar I am using, that will be used with some processor, and RQ slash GT0 is there, that will be used with some other processor. So two processors I can give the access. But one at a time. So request is received if the processor wants to have the access over the buses, and if I want to grant the permission, then that particular pin will become 1. That particular pin will become 1. Okay, so you just write down point number 2. Other processor is granted permission to have control over buses. Other processor is granted permission to have control over buses. Full stop. Continue the same thing. When the request signal is received by the CPU, comma, it sends acknowledgement. it sends acknowledgement. It sends acknowledgement. ओके वही है. अगर यहाँ पे मैं लिख रहा हूँ RQ बार GT1 बार, that is pin number 30. That means अगर पहले request जब आ रहा है, then it will be 1. And when the acknowledgement has to be given, then it becomes 0 because GT1 is active low. It is active low. Okay, so GT1 is active low, then it becomes acknowledgement. Then this pin becomes 0. अगर request जब आती है, then this pin is 1 because RQ is active high. It is active high. Okay, so I need to check. दोनों पे बार नहीं होनी चाहिए. Either of that should be bar. Okay, and the last point write down. Two other processors can have access. Two other processors can have access by RQ/GT1 and RQ/GT0. RQ/GT1 and RQ/GT0. Full stop. Highest priority is given to RQ/GT0. ये इसको हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी. अगर दोनों भी है प्रोसेसर तो इसको ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी, उसके बाद इसको प्रायोरिटी. ओके, सो फर्स्ट दिस विल बी सर्व्ड. सर्विस पहले इसको सर्विस मिलेंगी. जो प्रोसेसर इसको कनेक्टेड है तो पहले सर्विस इसको मिलेंगी. वो सर्विस होने के बाद फिर सर्विस इसको मिलेंगी. सो दैट इज द मीनिंग प्रायोरिटी. ओके, सो प्रायोरिटी इज गिवन टू RQ/GT0. RQ/GT0. Okay, so that is the pin about RQ/GT. RQ/GT. Now, can any one of you tell me which pin is left? Which pin is left? Okay.
Reset pin.
So write down the next pin, reset. Write down the pin, reset. This is not bar. This is underline. बार बोले तो ऊपर ही आता है वो. ठीक है ना? So this is a reset pin. Tell me the pin number.
Sir, 21.
sir.
Okay, pin number 21 reset. तो आपको पता है reset. आपका कभी कैल्सी का प्रॉब्लम देता है या कुछ होता है तो यू जस्ट reset. नीचे से आप पिन को ये मारते हो. Okay. So and most of the devices we have to reset. Okay. आपका कभी स्मार्टफोन हैंग होता है तो आप इसको रिसेट मारते हो. ओके, सो यू जस्ट रिसेट इट. सो सिमिलरली अगर 8086 को मुझे रिसेट करना है, 8086 को अगर मुझे रिसेट करना है, ओके, इन दैट केस हमें क्या करना है? सो राइट डाउन पॉइंट नंबर 2. राइट डाउन पॉइंट नंबर 2. इफ दिस रिसेट पिन इज होल्ड हाई, प्लीज राइट डाउन. इफ दिस रिसेट पिन इज होल्ड हाई for 4 clock cycles. For 4 clock cycles. Clock cycles बोले तो वही clock 1, clock 2, clock 3, clock 4. आप भी जब रिसेट करते हो तो आप उसको प्रेस करके थोड़ी छोड़ते हो, आप उसको दबा के रखते हो. आप प्रेस करके रखते हो फॉर सम माइक्रो सेकेंड्स. तो यहाँ पे कितने सेकंड मुझे माइक्रो सेकेंड्स मुझे दबा के रखना है, उसको होल्ड यानी उसको होल्ड करना है फॉर हाई. I have to hold it for high. For how many? For 4 clock cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4 clock cycles. ये important है. आप नहीं बोल सकते कि 3 clock cycle. नहीं, आप नहीं बोल सकते हो 5. No, it has to be for 4 clock cycles. आप अगर आप hold करके रखते हो high for 4 clock cycles, write down further. If this reset pin is hold high for 4 clock cycles, then the processor resets. Then the processor resets. Full stop. आगे का सेंटेंस इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको अंडरलाइन करना है. When 8086 is reset, it begins execution of instruction from memory location FFFF0H and and clear IF, ब्रैकेट में लिखो इंटरप्ट फ्लैग, इंटरप्ट फ्लैग. Now pay attention all of you. वो लास्ट वाला सेंटेंस को अंडरलाइन करो and pay attention. This is important. This is important. Now whenever you are resetting your 8086 by holding it high for 4 clock pulses, then this 8086 will be reset. लेकिन reset होने के बाद what is going to happen for IP? आपको बताया था मैंने IP का क्या मतलब है. IP stands for instruction pointer. What is the significance of instruction pointer? Instruction pointer will always point to the next memory location which has to be executed, which is memory location of the next memory location of the instruction which has to be executed. Okay, तो मैंने बताया था सपोज ये आपके पास 5 इंस्ट्रक्शन लाइन्स है. आपने ये सपोज ये लोकेशन पे सपोज 1000, ये है 1001, ये है 1002. तो पहले आपका इंस्ट्रक्शन पॉइंटर जो रहता है रजिस्टर, उसमें क्या रहेगा, सबसे पहले 1000 रहेगा. आई एम गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल. तो 100 रहेगा, इसका मतलब 8086 को ये एग्जीक्यूट करना है. ये पहली लाइन एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद तुरंत आईपी क्या होता है 1001, यानी it will show the memory location of the instruction which has to be executed next. आपने 1001 को एग्जीक्यूट किया, तुरंत ये बताता है 1002. आपने 1002 एग्जीक्यूट किया, तुरंत वो बताता है नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन लोकेशन जो हमको एग्जीक्यूट करनी है, तो आप जब कभी इसको रीसेट करते हो तो आपका इंस्ट्रक्शन पॉइंटर में कौन सा मेमोरी एड्रेस आता है, वो आता है FFFF0H. ओके, it will begin execution from memory location FFF0H. हमेशा ऐसा होता है कि रीसेट होने के बाद it should go to 00000H. okay, but that is not happening, it is going to this. वो क्यों नहीं होता है, we'll see afterwards. okay, these are important things because such type of question can be asked in the Viva, so you should know this. और important thing है, it will clear IF, interrupt flag. हमने interrupt flag कहाँ पे देखा है, any one of you? Any one of you? इंटरप्ट फ्लैग हमने कहाँ पे देखा है? हमने ये फ्लैग पढ़ा नहीं है, लेकिन हमने ये फ्लैग देखा है. तो हमने कहाँ पे देखा है?
सर इंटरप्ट एक्नॉलेजमेंट पिन 24 int उसमें.
नो, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट फ्लैग.
सर EU. हाँ,
वो कौन सा था पर्टिकुलर, उसका क्या नाम था? EU में कौन सा था वो?
Sir, status.
Yes, you are right. It is a status flag. मैंने बताया था status flag में it is a 16-bit. उसमें से हम no flag यूज करते, बाकी के काम नहीं करते, बाकी के is unused. Okay, so in that status flag, I have told you some flags are called as status flag and some flags are called as control flag. मैंने status flag के बारे में सब सिखाया था. मैंने बताया था control flag के बारे में, जो 3 control flag थे. I have told you that flags I will take afterwards. Okay, तो वो जो 3 control flags था, उसमें से एक flag था IF. Please go back to the previous pages and see IF. You will see the IF. So IF stands for interrupt flag. तो 8086 को reset करने की जरूरत क्यों होती है? So sometimes it might happen that 8086 it might be interrupted by some processor or some device. तो जब कभी इंटरप्ट होता है तब आपका IF जो फ्लैग है, जो स्टेटस फ्लैग में होता है IF, वो 1 होता है. 1 का मतलब क्या है? Someone has interrupted your 8086. So someone has interrupted 8086. It might happen that your 8086 may not be able to process further. So it is hanged. The condition can be said as it is hanged. When it is hanged, when someone interrupts 8086. And if someone interrupts your 8086, IF का जो फ्लैग होता है, जो स्टेटस फ्लैग में होता है, that will be set as 1. और अगर इंटरप्ट नहीं है तो तब तक वो IF 0 होता है, लेकिन अगर इंटरप्ट आ गया तो IF बन गया 1, और 1 आ गया तो समटाइम्स इट माइट हैपन दैट इट वोंट परफॉर्म द नॉर्मल ऑपरेशन, इट विल बी हैंग. इन दैट केस इट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बी रीसेट, एंड व्हेंस यू रीसेट IF जो आपका था पहले 1 वो हो जाता है क्लियर, वो हो जाता है क्लियर, वो हो जाता है क्लियर. क्लियर बोल दे तो IF becomes 0, IF becomes 0. Can any one of you tell me the bit number of IF in the status flag?
So 9.
Yes, pin number 9. Pin number 9 is IF, interrupt flag. Okay, so keep, सिर्फ हम रीसेट बोल रहे हैं तो बस खत्म हो गया, ऐसा नहीं है. रीसेट होने के बाद क्या क्या चीजें होती है, आपका इंस्ट्रक्शन पॉइंटर पे ये आ जाता है, यानी आपका एग्जीक्यूशन यहाँ से स्टार्ट होगा, अभी 0000 से नहीं होगा. और दूसरी बात, आपका इंटरप्ट फ्लैग it will be clear, it will be clear. That means your IF becomes 0. That is your pin number, sorry, not pin number, your bit number 9 of the status flag will be cleared, will be cleared. So out of the 3 control flags, I'll extend you IF. IF 1 कब होता है? Whenever you have the interrupt. Sub device wants to interrupt your 8086, that times your IF becomes 1. I hope you have understood this. इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, just to explain you the pin, ऐसा नहीं होता है, उसके साथ जो जुड़े चीजें होती है, वॉट एवर इज रिलेटेड विद दैट पर्टिकुलर पिन हैज टू बी एक्सप्लेन्ड देन एंड देयर ओनली. इसलिए रीसेट के साथ मैंने क्या क्या सिखाया, मैंने इंटर फ्लैग सिखाया, मैंने आपको स्टेटस फ्लैग में वो है वो सिखाया, मैंने बताया आईपी क्या होता है, मैंने बताया आईपी का सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है, आईपी में नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन का लोकेशन वहां पे आता है विच हैज टू बी एग्जीक्यूटेड. ओके, तो जब रीसेट होता है तो दिस आईपी विल बी by default will become what? It will become FFFF0H. Okay, so that's why we have taken 2 or 3 lectures to actually explain the pin configuration. But this was required. This was required. Okay, if it is okay, we'll move further. और मुझे बताओ कौन सा पिन बाकी है? अभी कहाँ पे टिक मार्क करना बाकी है, वहां पे देखो और मुझे बताओ कौन सा पिन बाकी है. यस, सब पिन हो गए? आप चेक कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो?
तो चेक कर रहे हैं.
हाँ बताओ, चेक करके बताओ कौन सा पिन बाकी है. अच्छा, वेदर आई हैव टेकन आरडी बार?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
मैंने शायद WR बार लिया होगा, आरडी बार भी लिया है?
सर हो गया सर, आरडी बार डब्ल्यू.
हाँ लिया है सर.
ठीक है ठीक है. मेरे ख्याल से ये बाकी है. यस, एक ग्लास वाला बाकी है. दैट इज पिन नंबर दैट इज अ मल्टीप्लेक्स पिन, एड्रेस एंड स्टेटस बस. यस, एड्रेस एंड स्टेटस बस, उसमें से मैंने बोला था कि मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगा. यस, राइट डाउन. S3, S4, S5, S6 all together. S3, S4, S5, S6. In general, they are called as status signals. अब ये क्या स्टेटस बताते हैं, विल सी. ये क्या स्टेटस बताते हैं, विल सी. कैन एनी वन ऑफ यू टेल मी द पिन नंबर? पिन नंबर्स आर, it is 38, 37, 36, 35. Am I right? 36.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, 38, 37, 36, 30, 38, 37, 36, 35. Yes. And this is multiplexed with whom? S3, S4, S5, S6, they are multiplexed with whom?
Sir, A16, A17 वो वाले पिन के साथ.
Yes, yes, you're right. A16, A17, A18, A19. Okay, so they are multiplexed with them. Okay, तो वहाँ पे मैंने बताया था कि वो 4 A16, 17, 18, 19 का क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है. Now we are going to understand S3, S4, S5, S6 का क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है. So write down पॉइंट नंबर 1 में आपने पिन नंबर दिखा, कौन कौन सी पिन पे, 3 पे, सेकंड पे पॉइंट पे लिखो S6 is always 0. S6 will remain always 0. will remain always 0. Will remain always 0. S6 will remain always. तो इसका काम हो गया. Okay. Point number 3, S5. Write down. S5 will S5 will indicate the condition of interrupt flag. S5 will indicate the condition of interrupt flag. So S5 is used to indicate the condition of interrupt flag, that is IF. IF 0 है या फिर 1 है, ये कौन बताता है? S5. Okay, S5. Okay, ये 2 हो गया. अभी बाकी कौन से बचे? S3 and S4. So we'll take S3 and S4 together. So 4th point, write down. S3 and S4, write down. They indicate the segment being accessed during current bus cycle. I'm repeating. They indicate the segment being accessed during current bus cycle. And please write down this. So you have S3 and S4. So 2 are there. So you have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And what function we are happening, or what function it tells? It tells what? Okay. आपने क्या लिखा है? It gives you, or it indicates the segment being accessed during the current bus cycle. अभी बस साइकिल है, ये हम बाद में पढ़ने वाले हैं. हमने बस देखा है. बस क्या होता है हमने ये देखा है. एड्रेस बस, डेटा बस एंड कंट्रोल बस. नाउ नेक्स्ट टाइम विल सी बस साइकिल क्या होता है. बस भी है और साइकिल भी है. Okay, so we'll see what is the bus cycle. For timing, you just understand these two signals S3 and S4 will indicate which current segment is being accessed. For example, if it is 0, 0, I am in the extra segment. I am accessing the extra segment. When it is 0, 1, 0, 1, I am accessing the stack segment. When it is 1, 0, I am accessing the code segment. And when it is 1, 1, I am accessing the data segment. So that is the meaning. Currently मैं कौन सा segment access कर रहा हूँ, वो कैसा पता चलेगा? वो पता चलेगा S3 S4 के कारण, S3 और S4 के कारण. और एक काम करो, 1, 0 जब रहता है ना, तब कोड सेगमेंट रहता है या फिर और नो सेगमेंट. ओके, or no segment. मैंने आपको बताया था नो सेगमेंट, इसका मतलब क्या है? ये आपका पूरा मेमोरी है. ये पूरे मेमोरी में ES, SS, CS, DS और बाकी के भी कुछ मेमोरी रहते हैं. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So क्या पता था, your memory will not only have ES, SS, CS and DS. Along with that, there are some portions also. तो अगर मैं ES एक्सेस नहीं कर रहा हूँ, SS एक्सेस नहीं कर रहा हूँ, CS एक्सेस नहीं कर रहा हूँ, DS एक्सेस नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं ये पार्ट एक्सेस कर रहा हूँगा या फिर ये. तो जब आपका 1, 0 रहता, तब मैं कोड सेगमेंट एक्सेस कर रहा हूँगा या फिर मैं ये कुछ भी नहीं एक्सेस कर रहा हूँ, मैं ये ऊपर वाला या नीचे वाला एक्सेस कर रहा हूँ. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ नो सेगमेंट. Okay, so either will be having ES, SS, CS and DS. Okay, so these are the status signals. S3, S4, S5 is not used, sorry, S6 is not used, it will be always 0. S file will indicate that what the current status of the interrupt flag. Okay, and S3 and S4 will go together. We'll have 4 combinations. Each combination will say that which segment you are accessing, current segment which is being accessed. Now please check. Now tell me any more pin left. साक्षी कौन सी पिन? साची कौन सी पिन रह गई क्या?
नहीं, मेरे तो टिक हो गए हैं सब।
सब हो गए ना?
हाँ
सब टिक मार्क हो गए ना?
हाँ सर, हाँ।
Okay. Now here we have ended up with the pin configurations. Maximum time the questions are asked. Okay, the questions are asked on this. Even the questions are even asked. Why questions are asked on this? So you should know everything. Everything you should know on your tip of your tongue. Okay, I tried my level best to explain you each and every pin and whatever the information associated with that pin. Okay, so we have ended up with this. In the next lecture, I'll be talking about minimum mode and maximum mode. We have the straightforward questions asked: what is minimum mode and what is maximum mode? So what is happening in the minimum mode, what is happening in the maximum mode, we'll see in the next lecture. And we will be talking about the memory segmentation. But memory segmentation का जो है वो already मैं ले चुका हूँ, but I think you should go through the PPTs which I have made you. Okay, and वो होने के बाद at the last we have to understand 2 bus cycles, that is write bus cycle and the read cycle. तो ये दो हम चीज करेंगे. If possible, in the next lecture I will complete the second module so that we can jump to the 2 modules. So we have completed 2 modules now. जब मैं memory segmentation और maximum minimum mode ले लूंगा, so that would be completed in 2 lectures. So after taking 2 lectures, I will be completing 2 modules, first module, second module, and then we can go with the third module. Okay, so if you have any questions, any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, Parmeshwari madam, you can take the attendance.
सर रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करो ना.
हाँ करो कर ठीक.
हाँ.